Hello everyone, welcome back to the White Collar Engineer. Today, in order to share her SIBM Pune's interview experience, we have Anshika with us. Hi Anshika, welcome to the White Collar Engineer.
Hi Sadeh, thank you for having me here.
अंशिका हमारे ऑडियंस को अपने बारे में कुछ बताओ.
Okay, so as said, my name is Anshika Mittal and I have completed my bachelor's in mathematics honors from Delhi University in 2024 and my profile is 998 and I am a fresher. That's about me.
Right. So Anshika, when did you start your SNAP preparation journey and how did you prepare yourself for this entire GDPI thing?
Okay, so for my SNAP preparation, I started it after giving my NMAT exam. Like I just prepared for around 1 week for SNAP particularly because before that I was preparing for CAT and other exams. So just 1 week for SNAP was enough. And for my GDPI journey, I took P-Tribes course as well as Elites Grid course as well because earlier I was a part of Elites Grid for my CAT preparation journey. So I took help from both of them.
Right. And talking about SNAP preparation in particular, I believe in 1 week you have given ample amount of mocks. So what were your preparation resources for it?
Yes, I gave around 4 mocks before my, or I think, yeah, 4 mocks before my first interview. So out of them, 2 were from Elites Grid and 2 from B-Tribe. So they were sufficient and I followed whatever they said. So that was enough.
Right. And Anshika, as you know that SNAP is a speed-based exam, so students have to solve 60 questions in 60 minutes. So what was your exam strategy and like what was your SNAP percentile basically?
Okay, so I got around 98.7 percentile in SNAP, and for my that attempt thing, firstly I used to attempt like what all I know. I used to begin with quant, then go for logical reasoning, and then verbal ability part. And for verbal ability, I used to spend around 8 to 10 minutes and complete it. And then similarly for others, like 15 or 20 minutes initially for the logical reasoning part as well as for the quants part. And then the remaining 10 to 15 minutes at the end, I used to solve the section which I can the most and then thoda bahut tukkas at the end. So like this, I cleared all the 3 attempts, like I did all the 3 attempts.
Fantastic. Okay, Anshika. So let's talk in detail about the SIBM Pune's admission process. Like once the SNAP was over and you got a good percentile, you get your interview calls. And after that, it's a GEPI. So what is this GEPI all about?
Okay. So GE is basically a group exercise where around 6 to 7 students are there together and we are given a certain topic. Based on that, we have to come on a conclusion together as a group. We don't have to be aggressive. That is a GD actually.
Right.
But in SIBM, the thing is that we have group exercise. So that's more of a collaboration sort of thing.
Correct.
So as a group, we have to come to a certain conclusion. So that's about GE. And about PE also, they say personal interaction, not personal interview. So they ask about us and they don't basically, keep it like a personal interview. They don't go into the depths of graduation questions
Right.
or anything as such, but they want to know you. Who are you as a person? So this is about the GEPI thing.
Yeah. Can you remember your GE topic? What was it in SIBM Pune?
Okay, so I got the topic. It was India's urban housing crisis.
Okay.
And there were 2 parameters, social and economical.
Mhm.
And in that, they have given us 2 issues further. And we have to take the issue that we think is the most important one. And then we have to give a solution for that. So the process, it goes like that. Initially, we are given around 30 seconds to 1 minute to figure out our parameter as well as about our issue and why do we think that and just a brief.
Right.
And after that, we have to come to a conclusion as a group for about 10 minutes are given to us. And then later on also, to each one of us, 1 minute was given for concluding. So this was about SIBM's GE process.
Right. And let's talk about the interview, Anshika. So what all questions were asked to you?
Okay, so I have actually written everything because I don't remember the transcripts as well. So after giving interview, I just note down what all they asked. So I'll be telling from that. Okay. So as I entered, there were 2 male professors. one was senior and other one was like in his 40s and the other one was in his 60s. So this was a scenario. And as I entered, they took some time to look upon my profile. At that time, I was waiting for them. Then one of them asked, like, what did you do in this 1 year of gap? I had this 1 year of gap after 2024. So I told them about this. Then they asked about my hobby. So certain follow-up questions on that. Then they asked me to describe why MBA. So the prepared answer I told them. Then coming to strength, then weakness, and also everything that they had asked till now, they just gave me 1 minute to tell everything in that.
Okay.
So one minute for everything, and I had to be very fast to conclude my answers. So this was this. Then they came upon RBI. Out of nowhere, they came upon RBI. That do you know about RBI's working?
Okay.
So thankfully, I know certain things. I took it on repo rates because I knew that topic. So I said that they manage this and that. Then they asked more follow-up questions on that. Then they came on US rates. What are the USs? Because at that point of time, this was the booming topic.
Right.
So I was asked about US rates. Then they asked, do you know about RBI governor? I knew his name. So I told him. Then he came upon, do you know about SCBI governor?
Okay.
And I had read his name, but at that point of time, I could not remember. So I said, sorry, sir, I don't know. Then they shifted to another professor. Then he asked me again that why MBA, not mathematics.
Okay.
Again answered. Then again he came upon the repo rate and its impact. Like, do you know more about this? So I told whatever I know about. Then he gave me a scenario. Like, if I give you 10,000 rupees as a pension, then what impact will repo rate have on that? And at that point of time, I was like, I don't know in much detail. So I maintained my confidence and I said, sir, can you please repeat that? And then he understood that. He said, okay, I understand that you are not from this background. So let's just leave it.
Right.
And now you tell me, like, what one recent ad that you like.
Okay.
So I told about Cadbury's ad. And then the other professor, he jumped in and he asked, like, who makes Cadbury ad? And I had no clue. I said, sir, I don't know. Something like that. That, sir, I don't know and I cannot remember. So he said, he's very famous person. And I was like, sir, I will look after the interview and then I'll know. He said, okay. Then the second professor who asked, he said, okay, Anshika, we are done with you. And it was only about 8 to 10 minutes. So the first interviewer who asked that ad thing, he said, wait, I think we have some time. I want to ask some more questions.
Okay.
So he again came and then he asked that PM visited which countries, because at that point of time, our Prime Minister went to France and US.
Right.
So my interview was on 14th Feb. So it was at that point of time. And I thankfully have read the news. So I told him about that. Then again, certain follow-up questions on that. Some I were able to answer, some I was not. So like this, my interview ended. They thanked me and then they can say that I can leave. So this was my interview experience.
Right. So Anshika, after listening to your interview experience, I have two questions. The number one being, most of the aspirants who are having a gap year, they are very much afraid of how to justify that gap year in the interview. So how did you do that? That's my first question. And the second question is, like, as you mentioned, that it was a very short interview, like it lasted mostly maybe for 8 to 10 minutes, or maybe even after that, maybe 1-2 minute extra. So like, what did you do? How did you present yourself? How did you come up with that most relevant information about yourself so as to create such a long lasting impact on them, such that you ended up getting selected? So how to, handle such short interviews?
Okay. So answering your first question about my gap year, I myself was afraid, like, what will I speak? Because I only focused on my CAT prep during that time.
Right.
So I also had this question in my mind, but thankfully the coaching which I took, they helped me to get an answer for this. And the answer that I made was that they told me that it's okay if you tell that you have prepared for CAT, because 1 year is not that much big issue.
Correct.
So you can clearly tell them that I focused on my CAT preparation because I did not want it to waste years in giving this exam. CAT and whichever interview you are giving.
Right.
So I clearly told them that I prepared for CAT as well as I taught dance classes, because this was what I said in my hobby. I told about dancing. So I told them that I took some dance classes at home, teaching choreographies to children. So this is how I explained my gap year, and it was fine. Like, they did not make any faces or something, that they were like, okay.
Fantastic.
And then about this interview thing, I was confident throughout and I was smiling widely, trust me, because I was advised this, that by every mentor, that whatever it is, keep a smile on your face, whatever the situation is. So I actually smiled whole. Also, like, whenever there were many point of time that I was not able to answer what the interviewer was asking, because there were many questions there.
Right.
But my confidence literally did not shake even 1%. I was like, okay, if I don't know, I was speaking it clearly. That's why I said I don't know, and with a smile on my face.
Correct.
And I think that thing worked, because in 10 minutes they won't be able to judge that much. They see your confidence, they see how you are able to communicate with them. So this is the thing that they see. Also, this interview thing, almost every student was having an interview of about 10 minutes only for SIBM Pune, because I was in a group, so everyone was having about 10 minutes only. So that was, I think, okay. Interview was not short. This time was for everyone.
All right, Anshika. So after the interview results were announced, and how did it feel? Like, how do you feel now entering into SIBM Pune?
I was on cloud nine. Like, after such a short interview, and also when I was not able to answer certain questions,
Yeah.
I was doubtful.
Mm-hmm.
But thankfully, my confidence and worked out, and I secured admission in that, and I will be joining SIBM Pune also this year. So things worked for me.
Right. Thank you so much, Anshika, and congratulations, you are joining SIBM Pune. Any final tips for the aspirants or the interview call getters before we wrap up the video?
Okay, so I would like to say them that whatever questions have been thrown upon you, don't panic, just relax, because it is okay to not know everything, and just keep a smile on your face and don't let your confidence break anywhere in between, and you will make it. Yeah, that's it.
Right. All right, Anshika. Thank you so much again for coming to the White Collar Engineer and sharing your interview experience. It was my pleasure hosting you.
Thank you so much.